How to create an e-label. World Wine List e-labels can help your wines be compliant with EU legislation. From the 8th of December, 2023, producers are required to place information about ingredients and energy values on their bottles of wine. Instead of putting all this data on a paper label, you can use your online version and place a QR code on the bottle instead. This is more practical and is legally permissible. In our e-labels section here, you'll be able to create electronic labels and QR codes for your wines. Once you've created some e-labels, this spreadsheet will be populated with the wines you've made your e-labels for. The ingredients and nutrients columns will be populated with the information you complete for these mandatory fields. The QR code column allows you to quickly download the QR code of this wine and copy the link to the e-label. You can also do this via the context menu. QR codes can be downloaded in SVG and PNG formats for them to be printed later. So let's create a new e-label. It's important to know the information used to create an e-label is based on the information you've completed about the relevant wine in World Wine List. So, to create an e-label you must have already inputted information about the wine in the system. Let's check with an example. So you can see that we already have the wines. If your wine table is empty, create a wine here. We can now move on to creating an electronic label. In the search box, enter the name of the wine you want to download the label for, then press enter. You don't have to enter the whole name, you can enter part of it. Choose the desired wine from the drop-down list and click on Select. In the next step you will be asked to create a GS1 digital link for your e-label. You can read more about this by clicking on this text. But, in brief, this is how you can place the GTIN, EAN, number of your product in the e-label URL, and replace the barcode on your wine packaging with a QR code. The QR code will be read equally efficiently by scanners in retail outlets and by a standard mobile phone camera. The scanner will receive the GTIN, EAN, information of the wine while the mobile phone user will receive content from your wine's web page. It's an optional extra, but a useful thing to do. Your products will be ready to go when QR codes replace barcodes. To create a QR code with GS1 digital link, enter your GTIN in this field, or enter a previously entered GTIN using this switch. Note that it is not possible to add a GS1 digital link to a link and QR code originally created without this option. You will have to create the e-label again. Therefore, we recommend adding the GS1 digital link in order to take into account possible changes and legal requirements in advance. To create a QR code without a GS1 digital link, select the Simple Link option. Click the Next button. In the window that appears you'll see a preview of how your e-label will look on a user's mobile device. For now, it contains basic information, but we can add to this later. Click Confirm. The e-label has been successfully created. At this stage you can already download QR codes and print them. Changes can be made to an e-label at any time and the QR code will remain unchanged. So let's now add more details. The General Info tab contains basic product information. Most of it is filled in when a wine is created in the system. The system uses the fields brand, vintage, type, color, sweetness, bottle size and geo-indication to distinguish one wine from another. These fields are not editable. To modify them, you must recreate the wine. Fields that are white can be edited, however. You can also change the image of the wine here. Go to the Ingredients tab and select the ingredients that were used to make your wine. Remember, if some of the ingredients are allergens, then consumers need to be made aware of them. Save your changes. The right-hand side of the screen shows a preview of your e-label for a mobile device. In the next tab, Nutrition Declaration, enter nutritional information. Then save the changes. If your wine has certificates, tick them in the Certificates tab. Select the ones you want from the list, then click Add and Save Changes. If you don't find the value you want in the list, contact our support team via the live chat or the feedback form and we'll add the value. In the Responsible Consumption tab, select and tick any existing recommendations or restrictions on wine consumption. Save the information. In the Packaging tab, you can enter information about the packaging, its materials and eco-labeling. The presence of this information on the packaging is already mandatory for the sale of wine in Italy. Italian law also allows for this information to be provided electronically, for example in a QR code. We do not exclude that other countries will adopt similar legislation, so we recommend that you complete this section. Select the packaging item, e.g. glass bottle, and then the material from which it is made, e.g. brown glass. The system will automatically select the correct graphic designations to comply with the legislation. You can add multiple packaging elements, each of which may contain multiple materials. Check the information entered and save your changes. Great! The information you entered will appear on the e-label page. Now let's talk about how to publish a label and how to view its page. As a reminder, creating any number of e-labels on World Wine List is free. Paid options, on the other hand, will allow you to publish your e-labels. A unique QR code is generated when a new e-label is created. A newly created e-label has draft status, and its QR code redirects the user to your wine's web page on World Wine List. This page is less strictly compliant with legislation than an e-label web page. It has marketing data and visitor tracking. As it's free, we'd advise you to place QR codes on your bottles as soon as you create them. Later, and only when you want to publish your e-label, will you need to look at our tariffs. To get your QR code to start linking to a strictly EU-compliant e-label page, post your e-label here. You will now be asked to choose a tariff. Look out for test options and discounts. Follow the system's instructions and prompts to make a payment. The tariff will be activated instantly and you will be able to publish your first e-label. The number of e-labels you can publish depends on the tariff you've chosen. Free up your tariff quota by selecting Draft Status for e-labels you're not using so that you can publish others. The maximum possible, as well as current, number of published e-labels is displayed here. You can change your tariff at any time. Just click Manage Plan and follow the system's instructions and prompts. One company can have several representatives on WWL, for example, from different departments. A label can be published by you or by a colleague. To see who from your company has published the label, click Show Details. Let's publish the e-label we just created. To see the page of the published e-label, copy the link from the context menu here, or here, and open it in a new tab. This is your e-label, and the page the user will see. They can reach it by scanning the QR code with their phone camera or by following a direct link. The page automatically opens in the language of the user. They can choose a different language if they wish, as each of your e-labels are already automatically translated into 24 languages. The e-label contains all the information you have previously filled in about the wine. Their presence will help the end consumer learn more about you. To be fully compliant with the law, we have removed tracking tools and marketing information from the page. Another feature that you may find useful is the transfer of data from the wine page to the e-label page. As said, information shown on the e-label is based on the given information about the wine. If you edit your wine information, it will not automatically appear on the e-label. This is to prevent accidental changes to the e-label page. Now, let's add information to our wine, such as an organic agriculture certificate. So that the edits to your wine information show on the e-label, first save the changes to your wine page. Then go to the e-label section, select the label you want and choose Update from the context menu. As you can see, the e-label page now displays the added certificate. That's it for now about the WWL e-labels. If you still have questions, we're here and happy to help. Just send us a text in the live chat. Thank you for watching this video. We hope it's been helpful.